here, Buzz TV. We're at Namm. Come on inside, we're gonna have some fun, some great stuff to show you. So get ready, Buzz TV. B-Rad here, Buzz TV. Checking out something at the Dean Markley booth. You're gonna love this axe. We'll be seeing some players later, but we wanted to show you something really fun. We're gonna pick up some close shots of this. Hopefully we'll be playing it soon. Catch you later.
All right, how you guys doing today, whichever it is. They're starting to blend together. So anyway, we're really excited to be at Namm again for Dean Guitars. This is one of the most important days for our company, and especially today to be here to announce that, again, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, we've got a really great new lineup of his guitars coming out, extended his contract, so we're really excited about an amazing year with Dave Mustaine, all of the great things going on with Megadeth and Dean Guitars. And this year, we have a really cool new product coming out. Last year, or 2011, we did a custom one-off for the Big 4 concert, which is really like the biggest metal event that had taken place in the United States in a really long time, that Megadeth was a big part of. And we made a one-off guitar for Dave, a massive double neck guitar that this year we are actually launching as a retail item. So we're really super excited about it. So at this point, I'd like to bring Dave Mustaine to the stage, as well as the new Dave Mustaine Dean Guitar Signature Diadem Vehement Double Neck Guitar. This thing is amazing. The artwork is beautiful. And now I'd just like to hand it off to Dave to talk a little bit about the guitar and some of the great things that are coming up with Dean Guitars, and especially with Megadeth in 2013.
Hi everybody, thank you for being here. I guess the obvious thing first off to say is that I've been with Dean for several years and was with ESP before them and with Jackson before that, and you know, a lot of guitar players, our career was based on our tools, and I'm very picky about the guitars that I play, and I don't know any guitar player that's worth his salt that isn't picky about what he uses. And for me, when I went to Dean, I found that the guitars were very responsive, and that one of the most important things was the attention to detail, also for the relationship with me as an artist, because at previous companies I was with, the guitars were good, but the relationship was sour. And I found that being with Dean was really good for me because they took care of me as an artist, they took care of the guitars, they also knew what the public liked. So those of you that are distributors, you know that the younger generation, they want guitars that look cool, that play great, that are affordable, and that their icons use. And for me, I'm flattered to be considered an icon, but I'm just a guitar player. And to have this kind of backing and support from a company that is as reputable as Dean is, it was really flattering. This guitar, the Diadem's guitar, the artwork, some people who don't know what the artwork is, it's from the Book of Revelations. It's like the final war, which kind of seems like we're nearing that right now, but it was just an image, so it's not really something that people have to get hung up with. If you don't like it, you can spray paint over it. The guitar plays like I won't say it, but the guitar plays really great. And the cool thing about it too is, switching back and forth from a 12-string to a 6-string, a lot of times there's a little bit of a discrepancy with the tonality because you go from a single pickup to a double pickup setup. And the 12-string sounds just as good as the 6-string does, and the harmonic strings, the sympathetic strings on there, it just makes the guitar really sound alive. Yeah, I renewed my contract with Dean. I couldn't think about being anywhere else, and with that, I'm just really glad to be here. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and if you guys want to ask me any questions, I'm here. Is it heavy? You like heavy, or like... well, why don't you hold it? Tell me. Yeah. So, not bad was the comment about being heavy. for a double. It looks twice as heavy, doesn't it? Anybody else? No? Okay, well, thank you for being here this morning. I hope you guys have a great weekend.
Hey, can we get a picture of you posing with the guitar?
Yeah, sure.
I want to let you guys know also, Dean Guitars, we're internet broadcasting live from the Dean booth, 5466B, all weekend long. Dave will be signing at our booth Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3:15, and we're broadcasting that all over the internet, all over the world. And then Saturday night, of course, is the Dean Guitars Namm Jam, which Megadeth did play in 2011. And this year we have Shinedown, King, Michelangelo Badio, Rusty Cooley, and a lot more to offer. So we encourage you, come by 5466 and see this guitar. And we've got a couple of others for Dave that we're releasing this year. So it's going to be awesome.
Dave, looking right here in the middle. And Dave, right next to him, please, sir. Right here, sir.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Moving into the Fred and Instruments section of the afternoon's programming, and I'd like to introduce Fred Poole from Peavey with a really, really exciting guest.
Hi guys, thanks for being here. We are pleased that you all took the time to come out and see what we got new at this year's NAMM 2013. This amplifier is what we're introducing, and it's the Peavey Viper VIP, or Variable Instrument Performance Amplifier. But the real story is Harley Peavey, and he's standing right over there. And you all need to get a chance to talk to him at some point, because he's the guy that created everything that we're doing here today. So big hand, Harley Peavey. Right there. And I have with me Alex Skolnick from Testament and Alex Skolnick Trio to demonstrate the world's first variable instrument performance modeling amplifier. Now what that means is not only is this an electric guitar amplifier, it's a bass guitar amplifier and an acoustic guitar amplifier as well, all in one. That's a major paradigm shift. So what you do, different than anybody else's amplifiers, the first thing you do is you select what type of instrument you're plugging into the amplifier. So if it's electric, you press the electric button, it configures itself for an electric guitar amp. If you grab your acoustic, you press the acoustic button, it reconfigures the amplifier for acoustic guitar, and the same thing for bass. Now if you're primarily an electric guitar player, we also have instrument modeling on the amplifier. So you can actually lay down a bass track with an electric guitar if you want, with our onboard looper, play over top of it with an electric guitar. So this is a fantastic amp. It's got an onboard USB record out, a multitude of features. We're going to be showing them all upstairs, but I'm not going to talk much. The amp speaks for itself, and we're going to do a few things here with Alex and let you hear how it sounds. So the first thing we're going to do is do some clean electric guitar sounds. So as you can see, it's an amazing electric guitar amplifier, and he was using the onboard looper. But we have a lot of fun things for guitar players as well. Like the electric violin. Check this out. Instrument simulation. And so as not to be outdone by any synthesizer company, we've also included a synthesizer as well. Very cool. So let's play a little acoustic guitar through it, shall we? All right, so one more instrument to prove that it can be done. Grab a bass, and then we're going to let Alex So as you can see, it's an extremely versatile amplifier. you're used to Alex playing. Big hand for Alex Goldman.
Yeah, I just want to add, I feel naked. Usually I have to bring a delay and a loop and a distortion pedal anytime I'm doing my product. I didn't have to bring anything. Everything is right here. So this is a really exciting product, and I would like one. Can I please have one?
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yes, you may have one. Alex is going to be out here. We're going to be right down at the end of this hallway. If you want to come ask him some questions, do some interviews, or talk to us more about the amplifier. And we'll see many of you this week at Namm up in room 201. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Alex right here, sir. Hey, Alex right here. Alex right here. Hey, Alex. And Alex, eyes over here, please, sir.
B-Rad here with Buzz TV. We're showing up at the PV booth a little early, but they have some great stuff. So we're going to take a little demo, talk to some friends, and turn you on to some really cool new gear.
Hey Brad, what we got here is the world's first amplifier that models both acoustic, bass, and electric guitar amp models. So we were showing you down here, we've got 3 different instruments. That's because this amplifier is an electric amp, it's a bass amp, and it's an acoustic guitar amplifier.
Very nice.
Very cool. Right. So the first thing you do on the input section is obviously select the type of instrument you're plugging into the amp, and it reconfigures the entire amplifier for that type of instrument. It allows you access to acoustic amp models, bass amp models, and electric guitar amplifier models. Not only does it do that, this is the world's first modeling amplifier in this category that does instrument models.
Really?
Yes. Yes, indeed. So if you've got an electric guitar and you want to lay down a bass track, well, we've got an onboard looper. You can lay down a bass track with your electric guitar and then bam, hit a button and play over electric leads over top of it.
See, now that's perfect for someone like me. A lot of other bands just sitting in our rehearsal room, working on stuff. And, you know, especially today, we have small lockout rooms. This looks like something we could use. It's going to cover a few different instruments, get a couple of these in there, and cover a wide range of stuff.
Absolutely, and on top of that, it's great for recording too. We've got a bi-directional USB audio and data in and output right here. It's perfect for recording. You can record to any iOS or PC or Mac DAW, and it's as easy as plugging in a USB cable.
See, that's even better, plug and play. What's the price point on something like this going to be?
This one's around $200. We have one that's $300 and another one that's at $129.
And what are we looking at wattage, what we're putting out? What's the larger models?
This one here is 40 watts. We've got a 100-watt 112, which is the VIP3 that's going to be on display at our booth upstairs. And we also have the 20-watt version, which is the smaller version of this amplifier.
Very hip. We're going to check that one out later on.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys taking the time with us. We're going to talk to you upstairs later. We want to see all the fun stuff you have. We're big PV fans through the years. We own some great stuff in our own personal warehouse. We appreciate you taking the time.
Not a problem.
Thank you, guys.
No problem. We'll see you upstairs.
Thank you.
Take care.
B-Rad here. We're back at the PV booth. Bumped into Alex from Testament. First thing, we heard him play this amp. You saw what he played on this amp. This thing just really kicks ass. Obviously, you love it. How'd you hook up with these guys and get all this going?
Well, I actually started playing Buddha amps, and PV is the parent company for Buddha. So I have a signature Buddha that's going to come out on Saturday. There's a press conference in the PV room, 3 o'clock.
Well, we'll definitely be there for that one.
So I'm excited about that, and they, since I've been playing Buddha, they talked to me about helping promote some of the other products, and I heard this thing, and I was just pretty knocked out. It was such a short presentation. I didn't get to do a lot of what there was no way to show in that amount of time what it can do. I just wanted to show that it's a good, solid guitar rig. It has a great tone, a great rock tone. You can play anything on it, but it also has these crazy special effects. It has I did a little bit of the synthesizer sound.
Right, exactly.
I did a little bit of the violin sound. There was a whole reverse sound that I didn't get to. There's a bunch of other stuff as well.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. I mean, I play guitar synth. So when I heard some of that stuff, let alone, my rigs, God, I need 2 people to move the thing half the time.
Yeah.
Something like this, it's just a great little thing. Plug it in and you go, and you get some great sounds.
Yeah, and it's got a USB out, so you can easily record with it onto your laptop, on a GarageBand or whatever your software you're using.
Right, we saw that. That's another thing. Now, switching gears real quick. Your trio, we heard that, and it's such a different thing than the Testament stuff, but I mean, myself, I'm a big jazz player. What's going on with that? Anything new coming out?
Playing Saturday.
Very cool.
At the Marriott at 9 p.m. We're still, I got so busy with the Testament album last year that I wasn't able to tour a lot.
Right.
For the show. So we're still on that album cycle. So in between Testament dates, we're going to be squeezing in trio dates this year.
And hopefully, we're based out of Vegas, though we do broadcast everywhere. Hopefully we'll see you in Vegas.
Yeah, there's a show in New York, February 19th.
Very good.
And then there's a good chance we'll be in London in the spring, but I don't want to announce that prematurely.
Exactly, and then, never know, we might catch you with some other stuff. And any news on Testament stuff?
Yeah, we're just about to start a tour with Overkill and Flotsam and Jetsam. That's going to keep us out for the whole month of February.
Very good.
Except the day I'm in New York, where I'm going to fly and catch back up with the tour. And then Taipei in Japan in March, Europe in March, South America in May.
Oh, South America's always fun days.
Yeah, we're going to be busy for a while.
Very good. Well, we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Definitely cover you with your other projects, but we really appreciate the time with this new PV stuff. We love it, and we loved what you did with it. We'll catch you later today when you unveil your amp at around 3.
Saturday.
Saturday
Sorry,
3.
Saturday at 3, yeah.
Saturday 3, we'll definitely be up there, and we're really looking forward.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Alice.
Thanks, Brad.
B-Rad Buzz TV. Thanks, guys.
Orange County's own Grover Jackson, co-founder of GJ2 Guitars, and Tom Dumont from No Doubt.
Hi, everybody. I think I'm going to let Tom start off, if that's okay.
Okay, hi, everybody. So Grover makes guitars. Everybody, I think, hopefully knows Grover's history as one of the great, I think, disruptive guitar makers in the last century. Right? This guy, when I was a teenager, and I grew up listening to classic rock, and I was a rock music lover, and I started playing in bands when I was 15. When I was 12 years old, I started playing guitar. When I was about 15 or 16, all of a sudden these new guitars came on the scene. And they all had his name on them, Jackson Guitars. And everybody in town, like I grew up in Orange County here, everybody here either wanted these guitars or played them. And so they were a big part of my growing up. And so another part of my story is that my older sister was a guitar player as well. She's the one who actually kind of taught me to play guitar. And she acquired early on, she bought at a music store a used Charvel guitar, which was from a punk band. And then having spoken to Grover about it, he remembers the guitar in the band. But she bought this white, strap-bodied Charvel, and it played like no other guitar I'd ever played. Now, admittedly, I'd played mostly cheap guitars at that point in my life, but this thing was just fast and smooth and sounded great, and it was so much of a better instrument than anything else. This was the guitar, like in my family and my group of friends, that we loved. And what's really interesting is so many years later, about a year and a half ago, I met Grover Jackson, and I found out he was starting a new company, and he was going to start making guitars in his shop in Laguna Hills, which is not far from where I live, fortunately. And it became an exciting opportunity, and we collaborated on a guitar design that we're unveiling here today, and he's got 4 different models being shown here at the Namm show. And what I will say is I get the same feeling from those guitars today that I got so many years ago from my sister's Charvel, which, by the way, for those who don't know, he had bought the Charvel shop and was manufacturing guitars under Charvel until he changed the name. So the GJ2 guitars are the same. They play beautifully, they're fast, they feel good, they sound great. They're made by this man in Orange County in the United States. Most of the parts of this guitar are also made here, if not by Grover, here in the United States. So these things are beautiful, and I'm just thrilled to be involved with him and to have road tested the Zora model, and then I'll hand it over to you. Okay?
It's been our great fortune to have an opportunity to work with Tom, because he's really one of the most consummate professionals I've ever worked with. So thank you, Tom. I appreciate that very much. I've been at this business quite a while, actually over half a century. I took my first guitar apart at 11, and I'm 63, so it's a half a century of this. And I've had the great fortune to work with a lot of great artists, Randy Rhoads, Jeff Beck, and Alan Holdsworth, and a whole bunch of other people over my career. And what we're doing today with GJ2 is the summation of all of that life's work. And GJ2 is a 1-year-old company, so we're young, we're small, and really hungry. We're really pushing the envelope as hard as we can. So, why don't we look at Zora? This is the first prototype, I think, that Tom got, Zora, and it's already been around the world with him, all over Europe and the U.S. Done several TV shows. So that was the first one, and we continue to collaborate about what the instrument needed to be for a working musician. And that translated into what we have here that we're showing this weekend. It's Honduras mahogany, rosewood fingerboard, real pearl inlay. And as Tom said, we try to make everything, we want to be as vertically integrated as we can be. And that's a sort of fancy way of saying we want to make all the stuff ourselves. So the back plates are billet machined aluminum. The knobs are solid aluminum that we machine in-house. We make everything on the guitar, including the habanero pickups. The only thing we don't make yet is tuning keys and bridges, but everything else is done in-house. Let's see. Why don't you place a couple of whack it. There. Good. So that's a very small sampling here in an unusual setting, but you get the idea of what we're up to. What else? We have other models. We are debuting this weekend a model that we call Glendora, which is a very traditional bolt-on style instrument with a lot of options and a lot of colors. Why Glendora? Because Glendora is where I started my career. The Jackson Charvel company is sort of known as San Dimas, but the factory where most of the work was done wasn't in San Dimas, it was in Glendora, California. So this speaks to the history of my career and where I started and a new beginning today.
I'm right here.
No, I shouldn't do that, huh? No. Okay. I did do it. Hey, you told me to do that. That's my fault.
Down the middle, guys.
Right here, right there.
Down the middle. You guys right here, please. Tom, right here.
Tom and Grover right down the middle.
Hey, B-Rad here with Buzz TV. Really, really lucky today. We're with Grover Jackson, we're with Tom from No Doubt. Myself personally as a player, listening to your presentation earlier, got my first Charvel about 88, San Dimas model, still have it, my favorite, still have it. It's got the crackle burst job, Model 7 reverse head, my favorite guitar. I still play other people's stuff, but still my favorite, so we had to come by, say hi. We see the new lineup. I assume these are available right now, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Right now.
Perfect. And what made you?
All made here in Southern California.
And we saw that.
Sport stuff, all USA made.
That's right, and that's another reason why you got to pick up these new Grover guitars. Hey Tom, tell me honestly, you're a player.
You know what? When I met Grover, it was, look, this is Grover Jackson, all right?
Exactly.
Yeah, the story I told was true. When I was growing up, this was the guy. Nobody wanted to play, at that point in time, nobody wanted to play the old guitars. They wanted to play this guy's things. And so when I met him and had the opportunity to work with him on a guitar for myself, I was, thrilled. And the thing is this, the same thing that happened to you happened to me with that early Charvel. These things play just like that, if not better. The guy knows how to build guitars. You know what I mean? They play, they're fast, they're comfortable, they sound great, they feel good. You know it. This is the thing. When you pick up a guitar, you know in about 2 seconds whether it's great or not. You can feel it. It's just like when you're on the street and you see a girl, you know if you like her in half a second. It's the same thing with the guitars. These things play freaking great. And so it's a thrill, and he helped come up with a model that suits my needs. You know, I grew up listening to rock music, classic rock, heavy metal. But in my band, that, you know, in No Doubt, we don't play that kind of music. I play much more of a rhythm style, and so as much as I like to try my best at shredding and do a lot of soloing at home, on stage I'm a rhythm player mostly. And so we came up with a model that suited me great for that, you know. But the thing is, we've got 4 models here this year. Last year there was 1, so it's been a big year. And Grover's like outdone himself. The Glendora model is really similar to those early Charvels.
Yes.
You know, and you can probably tell it better than I can.
Well, that's where the influence for that guitar came from, was try to replicate what we did, the same kind of feel and essence from that era. And then this is obviously a modern take on the guitar that I designed with Randy Rhoads. I did want to say one thing. Tom's way too modest, okay? Because Tom is a consummate professional, okay? There's a lot of guys that can go out and just play over everything. It takes a real musician to play in the groove and play the parts that fit the songs that people want to listen to. And Tom is a fabulous player in an ensemble that is fabulous. So I think he's a little too modest about his skills and his contribution. He's really great. Well, we've had a great time working together.
Thanks, dude.
And you know, we all come from, it's like, I grew up on the Strip in the late 70s and early 80s, so I understand about those days, and everybody wanted to be a shredder, and it was all one of those things, how many notes could you put in a certain window, and at times it really got ugly because it wasn't, musically it didn't make sense. We love what you do with No Doubt, and you are a player, and that's, a lot of people aren't. They pick it up, they could do a few things, but a player can hit a bunch of different styles, could fit into any groove, and just roll with it like it's second nature. Right. We love what you do. Hey, really quick question. Any No Doubt news? Anything new coming in the works, or?
Yeah, so our album came out in the fall, Push and Shove, and we're gearing up for a summer tour. So 2013, I think we're gonna do somewhere close to 60 shows all over North America, Canada, United States.
Perfect, because Vegas is really looking forward for you guys to come back.
We're gonna be in Vegas.
The town misses you. They really do love you there.
Awesome.
Hey,
we saw them at the Gibson, and they were fabulous. So if you have a chance to see No Doubt this summer, go.
Oh, we'll be there because we love them, and we're going to definitely do some fun stuff when you're there. We want to come upstairs later. I want to play at least one and see what it's like, because again, it looks like I'm adding some new toys to my personal collection. Jackson guitars, you know who they are. You've heard the name, you're gonna see them, you're gonna love them like we do really, really soon. G2J, don't forget the name, but you know what? You're gonna see them on stages everywhere real soon. Grover, thank you again. Tom, it's been more than a pleasure. Brad, Buzz TV, thanks guys. We're out here at Buzz TV. Welcome to our buddy Oz from Striper. We're at the JGT booth. Again, Grover Jackson's making some sweet guitars.
Oh yeah, check this out, bro. It's really nice, man. This is like his new Randy Rhoads style guitar. Obviously, he came up with the whole design.
Exactly, and it's the little sharp model, so you see it's there. But if you look on that headstock, it's got the GJ2.
Right.
I've played one of these already. And again, I'm in love with them. Always love Grover stuff. But if you've ever played one, you're gonna love this new series. If you haven't played one.
No, let me tell you what, Jackson's way back in the day were the metal guitar for just about every rock band played Jackson guitars, and of course Striper did, and I had a collection of them, by the way. So when the Jackson company got bought out, Grover kind of floated around, place to place with different companies and whatnot. Now he's doing his own thing, which is these guitars build to the T, like the old Jacksons.
Exactly.
No wonder.
Well, again, if you haven't played a real Jackson, not one of these knockoff names trying to ride the wave, you pick it up, the neck is in your hand, and it's over.
That's right.
Then you realize
Striper, playing in Vegas, quite a bit with the new band.
And we talked to JP earlier. And we talked about the new band, Final Tattoo. It's that. We really like it.
Oh, thank you.
And we can't wait to do a whole series. And again, we're going to base that around Final Tattoo.
Cool.
Get some live stuff. Talk to the band as a group.
Right on, yeah.
We also hear you playing House of Blues Saturday.
Saturday we're playing House of Blues, that's correct. Here.
We're going to see if House of Blues will be nice enough to let us film. It's pretty much against their policy. So that's a 50-50 shot. But if we get it, you'll see some fun Striper stuff in 3D.
Yeah.
We also hear you're going to be playing a DJ too with that show.
Yeah, I talked to Grover right now and his partner John, and it sounds like they're going to let me bang on one of their guitars up there. So it'll be great to have that.
It really is. And you know what we've also heard? Grover's done this thing, has his own pickups, the habaneros, and they talk to his partner in there. These things are wound like the old Jackson pickups.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't cheap out on copper. They didn't cheap out on winding. If you really want to sound, even if you're not playing a DJ2, check out the habanero pickup. You might want to slap some in, I don't know, an old whatever you're playing. Oz, we really appreciate taking some time with us. We're going to see you guys real soon.
All right, buddy.
Again, check out Striper. They have some new stuff coming in the works. If not, don't forget about the old stuff. It always kicked ass.
Yeah.
Oz, you're a great guy.
Don't forget, you can always find all the information out at striper.com, osbox.com. There's a vinyl tattoo, lb.com.